When you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Waiting in the front yard, sitting on a log, single shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. I look on my kinfolk in the moonlight, Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the bow, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night.
So it usually gets a little smushed down anyway in that process.
In my class at the trade school, I was #1 when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Really? I'd have never known, and I can spot a bottle job at 20 paces. Well, your technique's good, and your form and content will improve with experience. So, you're hired. And not a moment too soon. This morning we're going to be as busy as a one-armed paper hanger.
Thank you, Miss Truby. Thank you.
Now, you know where the coffee stuff is. Everything else is on the tray next to the stove.
Okay, but let me help you. You got tiny little hairs and fuzzies all over you.
Honey, there's so much static electricity in here, I pick up everything but boys and money. Be a treasure. And now, this is the most successful shop in town. Want to know why?
Why?
Because I have a strict philosophy that I've stuck to for 15 years. There's no such thing as natural beauty. That's why I've never lost a client to the cut and curl or the beauty box. My ladies get only the best. Do not scrimp on anything. You feel free to use as much hairspray as you want. Station's right over there.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
You remember that or we're all out of a job. Just look at me and Nell. It takes some effort to look like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have coming in this morning?
Well, on Saturdays, I restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood. Now, normally that would just be 3, but today we have Shelby Edenton. Now, she's not a regular, but she is the daughter of a regular, and I have to do something special with her hair. She's getting married this afternoon. So how long have you been in town?
Oh, just a few weeks.
New in town, how exciting. I wouldn't know I've lived here all my life.
Oh, it's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell. I live here. I've got a job now. Can I borrow a couple of those back issues of Southern Hair?
Oh, sure. You know, I think it is essential to keep abreast of the latest hairstyles. I get Mademoiselle, Good Housekeeping, Family Circle, every magazine known to man. You must live close by, though. I mean, I didn't see a car.
My car? I don't have a car. I live across the river at Robeline's boarding house.
Woo, that is quite a walk. Ruth Robeline, now there's a story. She's a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been an experiment in terror. Her husband was killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I have to tell you, when it comes to suffering, she's up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Is that a gunshot?
Yes, dear, I believe it is. Just gotta get home late. You'll be fine.
Well, why is somebody shooting a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It has to do with Shelby and her wedding. You're better off if you ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood. Lord, morning, Clary. Tried to call you, tell you I was running late. No answer.
Oh, I was at the high school. I was out at the crack of dawn.
And now, I want you to meet the former First Lady of Chincoton, Mrs. Belcher. Clary, this is Annelle. She's new. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed. If I had known I was meeting new people today, well, I would have taken a little more pride in my
Please. And now they named that new stadium after her late husband, Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. That team has voted for all sorts of special titles.
Well, I have the pom-poms to prove it. Now, what's your name, dear?
My married name's Dupuy.
Well, I don't believe I know any Dupuy.
Oh, I'm not from here. I'm originally from Swally.
Oh, well, that explains it. Trudy, I thought I brought you those
Oh,
presents.
listen, the reason I even tried to call you, do you mind if I do Shelby first?
Oh, sure. I'll amuse myself. Well, Shelby's the most important one today. That man, I Swanee. I think this situation's worse than ever.
You just don't even know. Listen, Anel, can you run get some towels? There's some over beside the Frigidaire on the washing machine.
Sweet girl, where'd you find her?
Well, she heard I had a position open and she just walked in. I think there's a story here.
Well, what makes you say that?
Well, for starters, she's married. But she lives at Ruth Robeline's alone.
Well, I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You have some nice silverware you'd like to keep.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. And I just love the idea of hiring somebody with a past.
Well, she can't be more than 18. She hasn't had time to have a past.
Honey, it's the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past.
Oh, yeah.
Anel, how'd you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured hot water through the thing.
And where'd you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you notice the hot dogs in the bottom of the pot?
No! I'm sorry.
Take some more,
I'm
please.
so sorry.
That's okay. I love a good hot dog, just not with cream and sugar.
Chances are she is probably not an international spy. But if things work out, I think I'm going to let her rent the garage apartment.
Well, I thought the twins were going to live there while they go to college.
Recent developments, Louie has decided to go to LSU. And Poot has decided to go work for my cousin in Baltimore. Of course, he don't want to be called Poot anymore. Lord, my babies are growing up.
I can't even believe your kids are old enough to leave the nest.
Well, you know, I was a child bride, and I look at the bright side. I have some places to visit now, and I've always heard Baltimore was the hair capital of the world.
Oh, here they are.
Oh, there's recipes. Let me see them. Oh, gosh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, it is. And the Bisquick makes it so simple. And this one is from my daughter-in-law. She says you cannot attend a function in Chickasaw where this is not served.
Are these chocolate chips in my sweeter milk?
Milk,
Is this Caro served light or dark?
matter of taste.
What is that other one you were telling me about? Cuppa, cuppa, cuppa.
Oh, that one's so easy, don't even have to write it down. Cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of fruit cocktail with the juice. Mix it up, bake at 350 until golden bubbly.
Sounds awfully rich.
Oh, it is. So I serve it over ice cream to cut the sweetness. Grab me a pen and paper and I'll copy it down for you.
Oh, Lord. And now, bring Miss Clarice some paper. There's some on the Frigidaire under the crawfish magnet. And, oh, here's that article on Princess Di. I sometimes wonder if Drum Eatington's brain is getting enough oxygen. That is so annoying.
We'll try living next door to us.
Everybody?
Lord, there's my girl. Don't break my neck.
Oh, Trudy.
Oh.
So good to see you. Morning, Miss Clary. Oh, it's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
Oh, how pretty.
No, I hope this doesn't dry too dark. If it's too dark, it will never do. You know the colors are never the same on the bottom.
You will always find that to be true.
This is drying way too dark. Practically pink, my foot. Trudy, do you have any of those nail polish remover things?
Plop it right here. Help yourself. And where is your mama?
Oh, right behind me, I thought. Hi, I'm Shelby Eatonton, soon to be Latchery. Hi, I'm Annelle. I'm new.
Today is Annelle's first day.
Well, Annelle, you're working with the best. Anyone who's anybody gets their hair done at Trudy's.
Absolutely. Shelby, you know that I would walk on my lips to avoid criticizing anybody. But your father is about to make us pull out all our hair with all those gunshots.
Well, he should be finished with his yard work soon.
I hope so.
You're not the only one concerned. Mama's about to have a fit. She and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, they're just anxious with all that's going on.
No, they're not. They just try to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
You know, there's an article in one of those family circles over there about tension during family occasions. Seems there can be a lot of stress and trauma. But the thing I found most interesting is that stressful times can unleash deep, dark hostilities. Make your hair fall out.
They're fighting about patio furniture. Jackson and I will never fight about silly things. Are you married, Danelle? I hope that coffee's better.
It smells right.
Oh, how pretty. Oh, Princess Grace.
Oh, did you bring me the picture of the hairdo like I asked?
Here you go. Study it carefully. Here's the baby's breath.
This is so exciting. I feel like I am present at the creation. There is something so wondrous about the way God looks. I feel it is beauty in its purest form. There's no baby's breath in this picture. Where are you going to put this stuff?
You just stick it in. It's meant to frame my face. The baby's breath is part of my whole decoration concept for a total romantic look. Miss Clarie, what cute shoes.
Oh, you think so? I'm not so sure. They're a little too racy for me. I'll probably just give them away.
Ooh, they're too cha-cha for words. Well, I'll buy them from you.
Well, what size do you wear?
Well, in a good shoe I wear a 6, but a 7 feels so good I buy an 8.
No. Well, they're 8.5.
Perfect.
Morning.
Morning,
Mama.
William.
Look at Miss Clarie's shoes.
They're mine.
Is this a riddle?
Now, this is my mama. How are things at the house?
Oh, fine. Weezer drove just this minute stopped by to talk to your father. I'll bet one or both of them is lying in a pool of blood by now. You say Nell? Pretty name. Unusual. Hi, Malin. Woo.
And how is the mama of the bride?
Oh, don't even ask.
Well, what is the matter?
Well, nothing a handful of prescription drugs couldn't take care of.
Let me take that for you.
Oh, thanks. Put it over there, please.
And now, do you think you can shampoo Mrs. Eatington? These girls have mountains to move today.
Ooh, ain't that the
Her
truth?
coiffure card is right there on top.
Piece of cake. Mama, this color is all wrong. Look, it looks like a stuffed pig bled all over my hands.
I'm sure I have something in the house that will do.
But do you have pink?
Oh, honey, of course I've got pink.
It has to be delicate.
Tell you what, if I don't have the right color at the house, we'll just send one of your brothers out to get some delicate pink nail polish.
Great idea, Mama. I would love to see what Tommy'd pick out.
Well, anything I can do to help out last minute?
Oh, Claire, you've done so much already. I think we've got everything situated. I've just finished borrowing every fern in North Louisiana. And the boys got in last night, and they're taking care of all the odds and ends.
Well, I hope the rain holds off. I wish it were a prettier day.
Well, this is perfect weather for me. I don't function well when it's hot. I love cloudy days. On cloudy days, I feel that God's not trying very hard, so I don't have to either.
She does sweat profusely.
Thank you, Mama.
Well, you know, heat never bothers me. I just love it. But spicy foods make me sweat, especially on the top of my head. Gets my hair all wet.
I get it.
Thanks for the
Oh, it's probably me. I bet it's my mind trying to locate my body.
Hello? Yes, sir? Yes, sir, she is. Hold on just a minute. Malin, it's your husband.
Yes, Ron? No, I don't have it. No, Drum, I haven't got it. Now, if you were trying to drive me crazy, you are too late. Drum, for the last time, I don't have it. Ask the boys. Goodbye.
What did Daddy want?
Oh,
So you want to sweep it up, but leave some fullness around the ears.
sweep it up.
Yes, Mama, up. Like Princess Grace.
Did you bring Trudy that picture of Jacqueline Smith?
No, I brought the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed the picture of Jacqueline Smith.
I thought I made you understand the advantages of that Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
Well, at least I talked around that stupid idea of sticking baby's breath all in her hair.
You're at the sink, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's all right. I find cool water refreshing. Just startled me a little, that's all.
Trudy, could I borrow your recipe for strawberry pie?
Oh, sure. Shelby, your mama doesn't tell us much. What's Jackson like?
He's pretty swell. I thought he was a pest at first, but then he kind of grew on me, and now I love him.
Well, where'd you meet him?
At a party at the Petroleum Club in Shreveport. I had no idea who he was, but I was getting a big kick out of watching him on the dance floor. There was something so attractive about how stupid he looked.
Well, is he real romantic?
No. But he does give me flowers and little presents if I bug him enough. He has promised to give me a red rose on every anniversary corresponding to the number of that anniversary.
Well, now, that's a pretty romantic idea.
Yes, I wish it had been his.
You know, Lloyd and I missed it the 50 years by 3 months. That stinker. Bless his heart. He tried, he just couldn't make it.
You remember your wedding?
Oh, of course I do. I remember everything. I remember the flowers and the food. Weezer was my maid of honor. Now, Shelby, I hope you and Jackson will be as happy as Lloyd and I were. We had such a good time until last November. Well, at least he hung on through the state playoffs.
Miss Clarie, there are still good times to be had.
Oh, sure. But I miss the whirlwind of being a mayor's wife. Why, it's not easy being just one. I don't like going to things by myself. Well, if I go with another couple, I'm a third wheel. And if I go with another friend, well, we're just a couple old biddies.
Somebody like you should be able to find something to occupy your time.
Well, I do love football, but it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Let's just face it, Clarie. You're a woman coming to terms with her own grips. You and I are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town. I've got a husband that hadn't moved from in front of the TV set in 15 years. It's up to us to determine why we were put here on this earth. Well, that was today's sermon. Hope you liked it. So, Shelby, are you and Jackson going to live in West Monroe or Monroe proper?
Monroe, of course. His law practice is there.
Oh, Shelby, you're so lucky. Liz and the lawyers do well whether they want to or not.
I don't really care. Don't get me wrong. The money's real nice, but I just like the idea of growing old with somebody. My dream is to get old and sit on the back porch covered with grandchildren and say no and stop that.
Are you going to quit nursing?
Never. No, I love it. I love being around all those babies. Last week, we had this poor little fellow, 2.5 months premature. He looked like a big rat. I kept talking to him and holding him, but I knew he wasn't going to make it.
Oh, how sad.
It happens all the time.
Rum and I feel that Shelby should not work anymore after she gets married.
I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 900th time this week.
Shelby, you know you should not be on your feet all day. You need to be kinder to your circulatory system.
I know you're new and all, but don't let that stop you. Anytime you have anything to say, you just let her rip.
Oh, I don't have anything to say.
Well, and now it looks like you're about ready to roll Miss Eatonton. You think you can roll her?
Oh, I don't know. Today is a very special day, and well, my work tends to be a bit poofy when I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't screw up her hair. You just tease it and make it look like a brown football helmet.
I don't recall that passage in Emily Post that said all abuse must be heaped on the mother of the bride. And now, you go right ahead. I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job. It doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Oh, hush, girls. Shelby, tell me things about the wedding. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Good Lord.
Exactly.
Well, I hope that photographer brings a wide-angle lens.
I think it's embarrassing and awful. But Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Maurice.
Shelby, there was no way around it, and you know
It will
that.
be pretentious. Daddy always says an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
Oh, the poet laureate of Dogwood Lane.
Mama, I wish you wouldn't get off Daddy's back. He gets enough hassle from Miss Weezer.
Well, Shelby, what are your colors?
Blush blaze of flowers in the 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet specially laid for the service, and pink silk bunting draped over anything that would stand still.
That sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down with Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
Now, I tried to talk her into using peaches and cream for her colors. Oh, that would have been so lovely this time of year. All the azaleas in our yard are peach, and you know, peach is so becoming to every skin tone.
No way. Pink is my signature color.
Malin, what color's your dress?
Peach and cream.
Clary?
Beige lace to the knee.
Well, Shelby, I'm wearing a sexy blue chiffon. Jackson's gonna take one look at me and leave you behind in the dust.
Mama's dress is gorgeous. It costs more than my wedding dress.
It did not.
That's what she told Daddy.
It was on sale.
Oh, on sale. She told Daddy it was on sale. What she actually meant is that it was for sale, not on sale.
Hello? Oh, hi, Janice. Well, I can't today. I'm dealing with Shelby. But tomorrow's Sunday. Okay, Janice. Come by after church.
Ruby, you shouldn't give up your Sundays.
Well, you know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her hair.
Janice is the current mayor's wife. We hate her.
Tell me things about your reception, Shelby.
There's going to be ferns and twinkly lights. There'll be magnolias in the pool.
Ooh, I hope your daddy doesn't get any magnolias from Weezer's side of the tree. We'd never hear the end of that.
The wedding cake will be by the pool. The groom's cake will be hidden in the carport.
There's something Shelby and I agree on.
The groom's cake. It's awful. It's in the shape of a giant armadillo.
An armadillo?
Jackson wanted a cake in the shape of an armadillo. He has an aunt that makes them.
It is unusual.
Oh, it is repulsive. This animal is covered with gray icing. I mean, I can't even imagine how you make gray icing.
Worse, the cake part is red velvet cake. Blood red. People are going to be hacking into this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
Oh, now, the rehearsal dinner was an experience.
It wasn't that bad. It was out at Jackson's uncle's place on the river.
For dinner, they served steak and baked potatoes. Now, I'll tell you, they went to a lot of trouble.
His family loves to barbecue.
Oh, and for dessert, they served an original creation called boogie pie. I think that says it all. Jackson's from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. Why, they either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
But they're simply outdoorsy, that's all.
Well, did you do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point and went parking.
Ooh, this is what
Shelby,
really melts my butter. Go ahead.
Then we went skinny dipping and did things that frightened the fish.
Shelby.
Oh, it's been a long time since we've had a youngster in this place, hasn't it?
We talked and talked and talked.
Oh, I miss those talks in the arms of the man you love.
Actually, we fought most of the time
What?
because I told him I couldn't marry him.
What?
Well, why would you go and do a thing like that?
It's okay now. We worked it all out.
Oh, it was just one of those last-minute jitter things.
No, but the wedding's still on.
Well, thank goodness, because this is going into the Hairdo Hall of Fame.
Well, you scared us, Shelby. That was not a nice thing to say to your mama. You should never say anything like that to a woman who's marinated 50 pounds of crab claws.
Oh, but making up can be so romantic. I miss romance so much.
Oh, Truby, it can't be that bad.
Huh? The last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He enclosed this carport so I could support him. Very nice job, and now I think you know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Miss Eaton, you have great hair, and your scalp's just as clean as a whistle.
hair is so thick and pretty. Hold your head up, baby. Shelby, Melinda.
Oh, honey.
Okay, the juice.
Ruthie, I've got some candy in my
I got a
purse.
peppermint right here.
Shelby, we're getting you some juice.
Oh, here's the juice.
There we go, honey.
Drink it, honey. Drink the juice.
Well, who can blame her? Juice after a peppermint?
Mama, stop it. I have candy in my purse.
You didn't bring your purse, honey. Here, have some juice. There we go. That's a start.
Well, that one hit her quick, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, she's on the pill now, and her hormones are running wild. She'll be on an even keel pretty soon.
Well, Lynn, it scares me. What if this happened to her while she was driving her car?
Well, I guess that explains all my gray hair. But you've known Shelby as long as I have. You know I have to let her be strong. She's not down too deep.
Should I do something? Should
Oh,
I
no,
call a
no,
doctor?
Oh, but Shelby's a diabetic.
She's got a little too much insulin, that's all. She'll be all right once we get something in her.
I'm gonna leave if you don't leave me alone.
I'd like to see you try. Shelby, cooperate. Drink, honey.
Come on, baby. Drink the juice.
There you go. It's no wonder with all this wedding nonsense and running around. She and Jackson have been fighting lately. She's been so upset. Last week, Dr. Michaud told her that children are not possible. It's not the easiest thing in the world to sit there and watch your child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
There you go. She's starting to make some sense. She's not down too deep at all. I think we need a little more juice.
Can I do something? Should I do maybe?
Oh, no. She'll be all right in just a minute. She probably won't remember any of this, so don't make a fuss over it. Normality is very important to Shelby.
I'm sorry about the children part, Melinda.
Oh, I know. She feels like Jackson's throwing away his chance for children. They discuss it, and he seems to be all right with everything. Shelby's the one who keeps pushing the issue. He is crazy about Shelby.
You said shut up. Don't be stupid. There's plenty of kids out there that need good homes. We'll adopt 10 of them. We'll buy them if we have to.
Well, Jackson sounds like good people to me.
I knew right then and there that if he was dumb enough to spend the rest of his life with me, then I'm dumb enough to marry him. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama.
Hello? Oh, hi, Tommy. Uh-huh. Okie dokie, hold on one second. Melinda, it's Tommy for Shelby.
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is.
Absolutely not. That's the honeymoon getaway car. He just wants to defile it. Jonathan says he's been buying rubbers by the case.
Tommy, she's going to have to call you back.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, now, sit up straight. It's time to gild the lily. Let me try to guess where I think you're going to go on your honeymoon. Well, before I do that, are you going to want to leave your hair up, or are you going to want to take it down after the reception?
I'm going to leave it up as long as possible.
So, let me guess where you might be going on that honeymoon. I picture somewhere moonlight, tropical for days, somewhere you can be intimate out of doors.
Las Vegas.
Well, I hear the weather's nice. It's like living in a blow dryer.
Shelby, what Jackson said about children.
I'd rather not talk about it, Mama. What happens in my life now is between Jackson and me. Jackson will take care of me, and I will take care of him.
Well, you can't blame people for being concerned for you, darling.
What Jackson said about children and adoption was wonderful and very wise. It's no disgrace not to have children. Shelby, did you hear what I said?
Mama, I know all about adoption, and I also know the limitations of this body of mine. I would never do anything stupid.
Well, good, you're listening to reason.
Shelby, honey, you're going to have to start untangling this baby's breath.
Oh, no.
It's no wedding, Mama. I'll stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
She's got enough.
Fine. I'm supposed to be the expert on behavior, and I can't even to administrator of the Mental Guidance Center.
Oh, that's wonderful. That guidance center does such great work for the disturbed.
You know, I wish I'd have taken my boys there when they were little and had them straightened out. I should have realized Louis had problems when his imaginary playmates wouldn't play with him.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
Well, I just think it must be fun for Malin to have access to all that secret personal information. Come on, Malin, tell me about your most bizarre case, and let me guess who it is. There's a lot of sick tickets in this town.
You know, I would never discuss office business in a social setting. People need a place where they can go unload their problems. I would never betray them.
The mama says she doesn't talk, she means it. She's a brick wall.
You know, as somebody always said, if you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, come sit by me.
You know what? We are being rude to poor Annette.
Elle.
Annelle. I mean, she doesn't know us from Adam's house cat, and here we keep going on and on about things that are foreign to her experiences. Annelle, tell us something about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell.
Well, hon, where do you live?
On the corner of 2nd and Jefferson.
Which corner?
The one where you can't see the house for all the weeds.
Oh, you must live in Miss Robeline's house.
She's my landlady.
Well, tell me, how are you getting along with her?
Why? What's the matter with her?
Oh, nothing. Are you happy there?
She scares me. She's always watching me. I've even caught her looking through my keyhole.
Oh, dear. Well, don't worry. She's probably not taking her medication. I'm going to check on her Monday. Shelby, you want to finish off your juice, hon?
I'm fine, Mama. You finish it.
Why don't you finish it, darling? You know, it's going to be a while before that bridesmaid's luncheon.
You know what you need in here, Truby? You need a radio. Music is wonderful to have in the background. It takes the pressure off having to talk so much.
Well, you know, I used to have one, but I slammed it up against the wall when I couldn't figure out where the batteries went. Of course, I now know I was just a victim of premenstrual syndrome.
Well, I've gotten 4 radios for wedding presents. I'll give you one.
Oh, how sweet.
What did I just hear? Oh, yes, the Antilli family is selling KPPD. I wonder how much radio stations sell for.
A lot. But you know, if a small town radio station is run right, that can be like a license to print money.
Oh, Miss Clarie, you should buy KPPD. You got plenty of money.
What would I do with the radio station? Why, business never interested me at all. Lloyd always took care of all that stuff.
Shelby, go ahead and finish off that juice.
Forget the damn juice.
Sounds like Shelby will be fine now. Besides, I always carry some mints in my purse, just in case.
Oh, Clary, throw some of this butterscotch in that dish in that purse. They start off real hard, but once you suck the coating off, they get real buttery and chewy, all rolled up into one delicious.
Malin, you always carry candy in your bag?
Oh yeah, without fail.
Well, then tell me, do you suck on this often?
Clary, put that back.
I hate it when people bring weapons into my shop.
Where did you get Daddy's gun away from him?
Oh, well, I've been waiting for my chance all morning. And then finally he set it down to go to the bathroom.
Excuse me. I know I'm new here in Auburn. Is my life in danger?
No. Malin's husband's been shooting some birds up in some trees. The trees are just stocked full of them.
You see, our backyard's just full of fruit trees.
Which are full of birds. Daddy's been trying to frighten the birds out of the trees by making loud noises. I didn't want the guests at my reception to spend all night dodging bird dew.
Ooh, our neighborhood is fit to be tied. Risa Boudreaux blames all the problems of that mangy dog on her on Ron's gunshots. She insists that all that noise has caused that old dog's hair to fall out.
Taking that gun was a stroke of genius.
I know.
What if he tries to come back here and get it?
Lord, give us strength. That's it. I found it. I am in hell. Don't try to get on my good side, Trudy. I no longer have one.
Well, I wasn't expecting you till 11ish. You're a little early.
That's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I had to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. My dog, I mean, the vet is perfectly healthy. You must be the new girl in town. May I have a glass of water? I have been screaming all morning.
I am so sorry all of this has got down pan, Weezer.
Lynn, it's not your fault. I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. Then for a few years I thought you were a glutton for punishment. Now I realize you're on a mission from God. I have not slept in days. I look like a dog's dinner. However, when I got up this morning, I decided I would rise above this. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I would overlook in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. So I decided to make myself a little presentable and floss up my house a little bit, just in case someone wanted to drop by, it being a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I go down to cut some fresh flowers for my living room. I go down to my magnolia tree, and not a bloom on it.
Now, Weezer, the judge has not decided whose tree that is exactly.
It's mine. Be that as it may, is it too much for me to ask for one blossom to brighten up my home? I am all alone except for my dog.
Well, you need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
Put a lid on it, Clary. Anyway, I was standing looking at my naked magnolia tree when I saw Drum across the way loading what appeared to be a cannon. So I asked him, what happened to all them magnolia blossoms? And he said the wind must have blew them off in the middle of the night. So I asked him, how did the wind manage to blow them off in your pool? Then he fired at me. Is that rude or what?
Oh, they were just blanks, and Drum would never aim a gun at a lady.
Oh, well, he's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it.
That was uncalled for.
All I know is my poor animal has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? Rhett is a very old dog.
I am simply going on what the vet has told me.
Well, which vet?
Whitey Black.
Well, there's your first mistake. Whitey Black's a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Weezer, Daddy's not trying to drive you crazy. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart's in the right place.
But he cannot do this to my dog. My dog is on his last leg. What am I going to do with this poor animal?
Well, I have some great recipes over here.
Darling, whatever your name is, will you look out for when to check on my dog while I smack Clary in her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
His color's good. His skin's real pink.
I know for a fact there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you relax, Miss Weezer? Have some coffee.
Ladies, this is going to work out beautifully. I'm finished with Shelby, and now you can shampoo Weezer. See, life can be wonderful.
All right, I'll stay as long as there's no more gunshots. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Annelle,
Fine. You must be new in town because I know everyone, and I don't recall seeing you before.
I just moved here not too long ago.
With your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
Or with your husband?
My husband? Well, see, that's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Well, I'm intrigued. Are you or are you not married? These are not difficult questions.
See, well, he's not. I mean, we're not. I mean, I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
Well, I don't know if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
Everything's horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He just left. We only moved here a month ago and he vanished last week.
No idea where he went?
No, nobody knows. He just took all the money, the jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk.
Have you been to the police? There might have been foul play.
No, but they've been to me. He's in real big trouble with the law or something. Drugs, I think. He just quit paying all the bills, and I got thrown out of the house and had to move in with crazy old Miss Robaline. Well, they keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Oh, honey, you should have said something.
Oh, I was scared to. I needed a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But, Miss Drewby, I swear to you, my personal tragedies will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I really don't think things could get any worse.
Of course they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
Everything's going wrong. Checks are bouncing everywhere. I just keep asking myself, why me?
We are awful. We are all hateful, awful people. Here all we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We've been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. You had such a terrible time. You know, sometimes we don't know how lucky we are.
What can we do to help?
Oh, I know one thing I can do. Tonight, you are going to drop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo groom's cake. It's going to be a great party.
Oh, I couldn't. I still get real emotional sometimes.
I can't stand the thought of anyone being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself start getting sad, you just watch my husband dance. It's very funny.
You all are all so nice.
We enjoy being nice to one another. In this town, there's not much else to do.
Well, I don't have anything to wear.
No problem. I bet I'll have something that'll do. Let me call the house.
And listen, my garage apartment's going to become available soon. You give me a day to sweep out the bed, and we'll work something out with the rent.
Oh, thank you. Good, Jonathan. You have to do me a favor. Yes, now. Go into the closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. No, just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherry spin on the jacket, and the pink and white polka dots. No, Jonathan, Mama does not have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Well, stop them! Now!
Is something the matter?
We'll see.
What in the hell? Shut up, Rat! Oh, I hope nobody's hurt. Well, the birds are flying every which way, and there's white smoke billowing up from the backyard.
Well, either Trump set his trees on fire or he's just elected a new pope.
Well, it must be working. All the birds have left.
That's it. That's all she wrote. I'm going to let that man have it.
Miss Weezer, your dog just broke his chain and he's headed towards the smoke.
Oh, no, that dog will eat trouble up. We should do something. We should do something. Call your dog. Miss Weezer, please, it's my wedding day. Say something to your dog. Kill, Ray, kill.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit in. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear.
Shelby!
Mama, where is everybody?
Oh, honey, I wasn't expecting you until after lunch.
We got an early start because of the traffic. We wanted to drop in on Jackson's parents on the way down here.
Oh, what a treat.
Yeah, you have to catch them early. On Saturdays, they leave the house at the crack of dawn to start hunting furry little creatures.
You must not have stayed long.
We didn't. I could tell they were anxious to start killing things. We stopped by the house first, but nobody was there. Where's Truby?
Oh, she and Nell are out back sticking pennies in the fuse box. You see, they decorated this Christmas tree, and when I plugged it in, all the lights blew out.
What are those things?
Oh, from Manil. She's discovered the wonderful art of arts and crafts.
Are Tommy and Jonathan home yet?
Oh, yes. Jonathan got home yesterday morning. He loves his classes. It's all he can talk about. And I think what architecture school has taught him is how much he should hate his parents' house. Tommy got in last night and immediately started terrorizing your daddy. It's nice having everyone home for Christmas.
Some things never change.
How are you, honey?
I'm so good, Mama. Just great.
You were looking well. Is Jackson at the house?
Oh, no. You know how twitchy he gets. So I sent him to look for stocking stuffers.
Good thinking.
Jackson and I have something to tell you. We wanted to tell you when you and Daddy were together, but you're never together. So it's every man for himself. I'm pregnant.
Shelby,
I'm gonna have a baby.
I realize that.
Well, is that it? Is that all you're going to say?
What do you expect me to say?
Something along the lines of congratulations.
Congratulations, Shelby.
Would it be too much to ask for a little excitement? I mean, not too much. I wouldn't want you to break a sweat or anything.
I'm in a state of shock. I just didn't think.
In June. June, Mama, we're gonna get a new house. Jackson and I are going house hunting next week. Jackson loves to hunt for anything.
Oh, yeah. What does Jackson say about all this?
Oh, he's very excited. He says he doesn't care whether it's a boy or girl, but I know he wants a son so bad he can taste it. He's so cute about the whole thing. It's all we can talk about. Jackson Latchery Jr.
But does he ever listen? I mean, with everything, Shelby, the doctors and specialists have told you. I mean, I know you never listen, but does he? But I guess since he's not the one who has to carry this baby, it really doesn't concern him.
Mom, I want a child.
Shelby, you have already filed so many adoption proceedings and applications.
But Mama, it didn't take us long to see the handwriting on the wall. No judge is ever going to give a baby to someone with my medical track record. Jackson even put out some feelers about buying one.
People do it all the time.
Listen to me. I want a child of my own. I think it would help things a lot.
I see.
I know. Don't think I haven't thought this through. You can't live a life if all you do is worry. And you worry too much. In some ways, it's a comfort to me. I never worry because I know you're worrying enough for the both of us. Jackson and I have given this a lot of thought.
Oh, has he really? Well, now there's a first time for everything.
Don't start on Jackson.
Shelby, your body has been through so much. Why would you deliberately want to
Mama,
do this?
diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
But you're special. Honey, there are limits to what your body can do.
Mama, listen. I have it all planned. I'm going to be very careful. And this time next year, I'm going to be bringing your big, healthy grandbaby to the Christmas festival. No one is going to be hurt or disappointed or even inconvenienced.
Oh, least of all, Jackson, I am sure.
You are jealous because you no longer have any say-so in what I do. And that drives you up the wall. You're ready to spit nails because you can't call the shots.
I did not raise my daughter to speak to me like that.
Yes, you did. You did. Whenever any of us asked you what you wanted us to be when we grew up, what did you say?
Oh, Shelby, I'm not in the mood for games.
What did you say? Just tell me what you said. Answer me.
I said, all I've ever wanted is for you to be happy.
Okay. The thing that would make me happy is to have a baby If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm gonna have a baby. I wish you would be happy too.
And what I wish that, oh, I don't know what I wish.
Mama, I don't know why you have to make everything so difficult. I look at this baby as the opportunity of a lifetime. Sure, there may be some risk involved, but that's true for anyone. You get through it, and life goes on. And when it's all said and done, there'll be a little piece of immortality with Jackson's looks and my sense of style. I hope. Oh, please, I need your support. I would rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special.
They're all Trudy.
Mom, please don't tell anybody yet. I want to tell Daddy first.
I never tell anybody anything.
Ho, 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 well look who's here. Give me a hug right here and now.
Merry Christmas, Trudy.
Ho, ho, ho. And now we have a special mystery guest, and you are just in time. You can light the tree of beauty.
What a novel idea to trim it with hair things.
It was all Annelle's idea. She has quite an eye for the unusual.
Hi there! And now you did all this.
Guilty. Trudy just turned over the decoration responsibilities to me, and I went wild. I love themes, and I hate the over-commercialization of Christmas. Always have. So I went down to the fire sale at the Baptist Bookshop in Shreveport last month. They had mismatched manger scenes at incredibly low prices. Bought them out baby Jesuses, which Trudy's husband helped me turn into little ornaments. It's really very simple. Tiny white lights, hair spoolies, and baby Jesuses.
My husband's redone Pook's old room so Annelle could have a workshop for her handicrafts. That garage apartment was so cramped. Well, come on, honors, do the honors, and let's hope it doesn't blow up again.
See? I know what I'm doing.
I just know your mama is so excited you could make it in town for the Christmas festival. It is going to be the best one ever. More fireworks and a nativity made entirely out of sparklers. And a brand new sign on the riverbank that says, I heart Chickapoon Parish. And guess who the Grand Marshal of the Christmas Parade is? Wayne Newton.
Well, I wouldn't miss a Christmas festival for the world. Oh, Mama. Well, I'm thinking I brought some white chocolate cherry cheesecakes for our open house tonight.
That doesn't sound like finger food to me, Shelby.
They're bite-sized, like this.
I'm sure you know exactly what you're doing.
And now,
Perfect. And Mom, I've also been cleaning out closets, getting rid of stuff. I brought some things I don't want that I've hardly worn. I thought maybe your patients might be a little less disturbed if they had something stylish to wear.
Oh, and now on the chair. Shelby, if you don't have any special plans for those clothes, could I have them? The Riverview Baptist Church has clothes closets with doors that are real low on women's dresses.
Yeah, sure. That's a wonderful idea. They're in the car. I'll get them in a minute.
I don't know why she can't go to the Methodist church with me. That Riverview Baptist is a little too praise the Lord for my taste.
Trudy, some of them do get a little out of hand, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, a lot of Mama's mental patients are born-again Christians. Oh, I mean that only in the best sense of the word.
Well, we're just glad our little Annelle has come around. You had a few rough months, didn't you, honey?
After they finally threw Buggy Dupuy behind bars, I went wild. I was drinking, smoking, running around.
Jezebel.
But Trudy helped me see the error of my ways, and I realized I had something to offer. I joined a church last month, and Trudy helped me see that I have talent. I've been doing guest lectures on beauty at the trade school.
And now has become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Stop it! I am enjoying the city more, and I'm so excited about the Christmas festival tonight. I've always wanted to go, and now I live here.
Tell her who you have the date with. Go ahead and tell her. Shelby, you are pretty much responsible for the whole thing.
Sammy DeSoto.
He has a body that won't stop anywhere.
Well, how
I live for, romance. Shelby, what can we do for you today?
I'll be on to help. Last week, I discovered the early stages of crow's feet. Oh,
Honey, time marches on, and eventually you will find it is marching across your face. But how are you feeling?
never better. My annual pecan dance.
Lord, there's my girl. I know you're the happy one this morning.
Well, yes, I am. First state championship in 8 years. You sound awful, Miss Clarie. Morning, darling. Can I get you some tea?
Yes, that would be nice. I'm sorry I'm late. Well, I overslept. We didn't get into town till after 1 o'clock last night. It was a dazzling victory over dry prom.
I heard you on the radio last night, Miss Clary. You were wonderful.
What were you doing on the radio?
Oh, I was the color announcer for the Devils. That was fabulous. I was too colorful for words.
It was nice of them to let you talk on the radio.
Nice nothing. I own the radio station.
Oh, you bought it?
Yes, KPPD, the station of choice in Chickapin Parish.
Shelby, how do you like Clarice's new short and sassy look?
I love it.
You wait till I jack it up.
Makes you look younger, Miss Clarie.
Oh, my hair looks younger. My face looks just as old.
Oh, there's so much going on. The state championships last night, the Christmas festival tonight, and the Messiah sing-along tomorrow.
Life in the big city will spoil it.
Christmas, Merry Christmas this year.
Oh, why, my niece Nancy Beth, of course.
She was here at 7 o'clock this morning so I could position her tiara properly on her head so it wouldn't slide around during the Christmas parade. I sprayed her hair within an inch of its life.
Who won the title your year, Miss Clarie?
Oh, nobody. Well, there wasn't even a Christmas festival when I was in high school. But Jesus wasn't even born till I was junior in college. I remember it distinctly. My friends and I were out watching our flocks by night.
Clary, get over there and let an old gift wrap your head. I could just spit. Morning, Weezer. That parade doesn't start for 4 hours, and people are already parking on my lawn. It's gonna flatten my grass.
Here, let me hold you.
I just hate out-of-town tourists.
Hello.
Shelby, what are you doing in town?
Being a tourist, I guess. But I won't flatten your grass, I promise.
Good God, I thought you had the good sense to move away from all this festival madness. I don't understand why you want to come back for a couple of firecrackers and drunk teenagers urping all over your shoes.
I like it.
Miss Weezer, it sounds like you need a healthy dose of the Christmas spirit.
I've got so much Christmas spirit I could scream.
Merry Christmas.
I just finished putting out my yard decorations.
Weezer, keep on the grass signs are not Christmas decorations.
They are bordered in holly. You made them, didn't you?
With my own 2 hands.
Yours is back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How's Red?
Oh, he's getting along. In fact, he's the poster dog for the Christmas festival. That is Red. I didn't even recognize him.
Well, it's nice to see Rhett with some hair again.
I have to run some errands, but before I go, Miss Weezer, I have met an old friend of yours,
Oh.
Owen Jenkins.
Oh.
Owen Jenkins, now that's a blast from the past.
Do you remember him? He remembers you.
Well, of course I remember him. He had the longest nose hair in the free world.
He doesn't now. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Why, Owen's been gone from Chickapin since God was a boy. I'd forgotten he ever existed.
Well, now Owen lives in Monroe and goes to First Presbyterian. He sings in the choir. One night at choir practice, we were doing an especially beautiful Mozart thing, and I was moved to tears. We got to talking, and he offered me his handkerchief. When he found out where I was from, he asked me if I knew you. I said not only did I know you, but you were a neighbor, and your dog has almost killed my father on numerous occasions. He's had a very interesting life. He lived in Ohio somewhere. His wife just died recently, and he moved back down here.
Does this story have a point?
No, not really. He just remembers you fondly, I think.
Well, I can't imagine why. He wasn't a bad fellow, but I managed to run him off and married the first of 2 total deadbeats. Unrequited love, my favorite.
Maybe sometime I could arrange for us all to get together.
Maybe not.
Why not?
Shelby, in just a few decades, I managed to marry the two most worthless men in the universe. Then proceed to have the three most ungrateful children ever conceived. The only reason why people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. I am not about to open a new can of worms.
Do I detect the negativity in your tone?
Weezer, this is really the way you feel. You ought to consider coming down and talking to somebody at the guidance center. We're there to help.
I'm not crazy, Malin. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Well, and now what do you want me to do with these old clothes? I need to get them out of the back seat.
I'll just bring them in.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go finish my Christmas shopping, Mama.
Oh, shoot you, I haven't even started.
Oh, please. I haven't even washed the dishes from Thanksgiving.
What did you get your mama?
I told her this morning what part of it was.
I think it's a surprise.
There's no such thing as surprise or secrets in this room.
Well, are you going to tell us?
It's up to you, Shelby.
I'm gonna have a baby.
Oh,
Congratulations,
Grandma Malia. Smile and increases your face value.
June 21st.
And those doctors said you couldn't have a baby. What do they know? I guess she showed them all.
Oh, no. What the doctor said was Shelby shouldn't have a baby. There's a big difference. Shelby, I guess you showed us all.
I've got to get the clothes. Oh, Miss Weezer, are you bringing your shrimp meat pies to our open house tonight?
Don't I always? They'll be there.
Good. So will Owen Jenkins. I opened the worms for you.
That girl, I can't believe she did that. Owen Jenkins, after all these years. Well, I just don't know how gracious I can be under pressure.
Shelby. Her heart does get the best of her sometimes.
Well, this baby isn't exactly great news, is it, darling? But I tell you what we're going to do. We are going to focus on the joy of the situation. Congratulations. Absolutely, Lynn.
I don't know. She wants this baby so badly. And diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
It'll all be okay.
Of course it will.
Thank you, ladies. You're right. We are going to make the best of this. Everything's going to be fine. And you know what they say. That which doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Is that girl good too?
She's donating some clothes to the poor.
Well, I hope poor people like pink.
Just dump them on the couch.
Oh, Miss Belinda, you sure you don't mind if I take those clothes? I mean, if your patients need them.
Oh, no. Why, Shelby said you could have them. And whatever Shelby says goes.
That's not true, Mama.
Shelby, you always insist on having the last word.
I do not.
You're listening to KPPD, the station of choice in Chinkapin Parish. Now stop by the shopping center this afternoon. I'll be broadcasting al fresco. That means out of doors to those of you who are not Latin scholars. There'll be prizes in a battle of the bands, all sponsored by KPPD. Swing on by and meet me in person. See how good looking I really am. And coming up now, a half hour of non-stop music so I can make it over to the shopping center. Let's hope none of these records have scratches on them, because I'm out of here. I'm going to kick things off with one of my personal all-time favorites. See you at the shopping center.
But didn't he scare you to death coming by so late?
Oh, it wasn't that late. About 9:30, I guess.
Still, somebody knocking on my bedroom window after dark scared the daylights out of me.
Not me. Hope springs eternal, I suppose. I was so disappointed when I realized it was only my nephew.
Well, I just think it's awful of Drew to throw his son out of the house. Parents should never throw their children out of the house.
Well, my brother can be very hot-headed when he wants to be, but he didn't actually throw Marshall out. Marshall came to my house while his daddy cooled off. I adore Marshall. We stayed up half the night talking last night.
Well, are you ready to see the new Shelby Latchery?
I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to sooner or later. Our world is full of reflective surfaces.
I can't believe I'm getting so worked up over something as silly as a haircut.
Well, you look precious.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, it's so weird.
Oh, honey, I did what you wanted, didn't I?
Yes, of course. I didn't mean it. You did a beautiful job. I've just never had short hair, that's all.
Well, this is what us Cosmos girls call a right do massage.
I'm sorry, I'm being ridiculous.
Oh, honey, please don't start crying. You know I will too. You know about that policy I have. No one cries alone in my presence.
Ladies, please. Remind me never to take these two to see Dark Victory. They'd never survive.
Now, enough. I love my hair.
Whew. My artistic nature is so relieved.
It's very becoming. I guess with that baby of yours, you don't have hours to spend with your hair. You need something you can run your fingers through and go.
It's totally adorable. Your mother's gonna love it.
Mama's gonna freak. She just thinks I'm getting a trim. I wasn't up to a big debate with her this morning. Now, Triggy, let's do my nails.
Oh, wow, this is a treat. No one ever wants a full day of beauty. I don't even know what to charge.
Oh, well, I want the works. I want to feel completely pampered. Mama's gonna want a manicure, too.
Well, I am going to change my front door to red and change my name to Elizabeth Arden.
Manicures, saucy new hairdos. What's going on?
We're always up to something, you know that. But I want to get back to this Drew and Belle nonsense. I hope they reconcile with Marshall. Speaking as a parent, they better get their act together. I do not approve of friction between parents and children.
Oh, I think it'll all blow over. But I have to admit, he did go about it the wrong way.
What did he do?
Well, he marched in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Belle were preparing for the annual Marmillion Shrimp Bowl. And without as much of a hello, he says, Mom and Dad, I have something to tell you. I have a brain tumor and I only have 3 months to live. Well, naturally, Drew and Belle became distraught. So then Marshall says, hey folks, I'm just kidding. I'm only gay.
That was his idea of breaking the news gently.
Well, Drew became hysterical and started throwing wet shrimp at him and screaming at him to get out of his sight. So Marshall came to my house smelling like a can of cat food.
Well, what do you think Drew and Belle are feeling now?
Oh, I don't know. Well, they just considered themselves to be such a model family for so long. First with Nancy Beth dethroned from her Miss Merry Christmas title after that unfortunate motel thing.
What motel thing? I don't live here anymore, remember?
Nancy Beth was discovered in a nearby motel with a high-ranking political official.
Well, they were both high. They'd been smoking everything but the shoes.
To be the first Miss Merry Christmas in history caught with her tinsel down around her knees was a very humiliating experience for the Marmillion family.
How do you feel about Marshall?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it, but I want you to know he's always welcome at my house. Well, I'm so proud of him. He built up that line of sportswear stores all by himself without a penny of family money. Why, he says I am a self-made man. I pulled myself up by my own jock straps.
He could always turn a phrase.
Amen.
Amen. And now, we're out of this thing.
Oh, is it still next?
Yeah.
I'll get
Was she praying?
Yes.
Why?
Who knows? Maybe she was praying for Drew and Marshall and Belle. Maybe she was praying for us because we were gossiping. Maybe she was praying because the elastic is shot in her pantyhose. She prays at the drop of a hat these days.
How long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras. She had a choice of going with her Sunday school class to a Bible weekend or going to New Orleans with me and 2 other sinners. She left that Friday a well-adjusted young woman and came back on Tuesday a Christian.
What does your boyfriend say?
Well, Sammy's so confused, he doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt. You know he's crazy about her, and he says he could deal with another man in her life. He's just having problems with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Well, I'm pretty religious, but that stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I have 2 sons that I'm afraid are going to hell in a handcart, and a semi-daughter that strives to be the kind of girl Jesus would bring home to Mama. I don't know. I don't understand those people, but they do seem to have peace about things that I've never known. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Oh, and Marshall is so thoughtful. He brought me this pin. It's gold enamel.
It's a bug.
Oh, it is fine jewelry. His little eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall have, friends?
Oh, we talked a little bit about that. I'm such a nosy old thing. I asked him how he met me. Because in my day, you could tell by a man's carriage and demeanor which side his bread was buttered on. But in this day and age, who knows? So I asked him, how can you tell? And he says, all gay men have track lighting. And all gay men are named Mark, Rick, or Steve. He is such a nut. Track lighting.
Morning. Morning, Whitney. What's so funny?
Miss Clary was just telling us the true story of track lighting.
I love mine. Highlights my new artwork.
Since when do you have track lighting?
About 3 weeks. It's in my foyer and at my staircase. It was my grandson's idea.
I haven't seen him in ages. How is he?
Steve? Oh, he's fine. I brought y'all some tomatoes, first of the season. Shelby, I didn't expect to see you here in town.
Well, I'm here.
Well, good. Take some tomatoes back home with you. There's a plenty. Boy, your hair is short. It looks good, though. It looks good.
Thank you, Miss Weezer. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them on the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Well, your mama says you've become quite the gourmet cook.
Oh, I try. When we first married, all Jackson wanted was meat and potatoes and vegetables, just the way his mama made them, cooked to much. But I have broken him of that. I even got some pate down him last week. He swore it was dog food. Jack Jr. loved it though.
Clary, how many tomatoes do you want? Tomatoes have no calories and full of things.
Why, Weezer? You're almost chipper today. Why are you in such a good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you or do you not want some tomatoes?
Well, don't give me all of them.
Well, somebody's got to take them. I hate them. I try not to eat healthy if I can help it. The sooner this old body wears out, the better off I'll be. I can't get enough grease into my diet.
Why do you grow them?
Because I'm an old Southern woman. We're supposed to wear funny-looking hats and ugly old dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
But you need to get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Weezer. Trust me on this.
And while I have everyone's attention, this morning when I went down to my mailbox, I found that someone has put me on the mailing list for the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me. I am now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They're not chain letters. They're part of our prayer group's Reach Out and Touch program. We were all supposed to pick someone in the community that we thought was in spiritual trouble and invite them to worship. You must have made everybody's list.
I think it is the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Weezer and you'll pull back a bloody stump. Shelby, you just reminded me. Cicerella and I are headed to Monroe next Friday, and we'd like to take you and Jackson to dinner if we may.
I can't on Friday night, I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
Oh, well, this might sound a little silly, but we're going to the little theater. We have tickets to a play.
Well, I didn't think you went to see anything that didn't have a goal post at either end.
Well, up until now, I haven't. But Sis and I decided at bridge one day that we needed to keep up. We need to expose ourselves to a little more culture. And that's hard to find in this neck of the woods.
Well, what exactly are you exposing yourself to?
Oh, I don't know. The last thing we saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. And when they hide behind curtains and pull funny masks over their faces to fool people. I didn't fall for that, but Cicerelle did.
Cicerelle was so dumb, she thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Anyway, Sis and I like it so much, we are planning a theater trip to New York.
Oh, Clary, I am green with envy. Promise me you'll go to the first floor of Bloomingdale's. That family circle over there says you cannot walk through there without being made up.
Oh, well, we're just talking. I'm scared to death of getting on an airplane.
Oh, you're a lot safer flying than you are in a car. Just sit near the rear, that's the best place to survive the crash.
Miss Weezer, why don't you go to Monroe with Miss Clary?
I'm not exposing myself to anything.
Well, you should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way, and I'll broaden my horizons my way. I have plans next Friday. I'm going to Shreveport to have my colors done.
Your what?
I'm going to have my colors done. I'm going to find out if I'm a winter, spring, summer, so on. It was a gift from Owen.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular color. Winter, spring, so on. You find out what season you are, then you know what colors look best on you. Then you're given samples of those colors that are in your palettes. It's most helpful when you shop for clothes. It gives you fashion courage.
Well, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, it's all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe have had it done.
There's a quiz on that very topic in that Good Housekeeping back there. It says that I am the epitome of winter.
Why don't you have it done, Shelby? You're so fashion conscious.
No, I'm scared too. I might find out that pink is not in my palette, and I'm not sure I can live with that.
Well, I've heard it all. I am going to the little theater, and I'm going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I support art. I just don't want to see it.
Well, it wouldn't hurt you, you know.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't see plays because I can nap at home for free. I don't see movies because they're full of trash and naked people. And I don't read books because if they're good anyway, they'll make them into a miniseries.
I'm surprised you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do. Miss Weezer, how are things with Owen? I tried to check up on you, but I haven't been able to lately.
They're all right. I enjoy his company on occasion.
Well, I can report that the Sherwood Florist delivery truck stops by her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
And I can report that a strange car is parked in her garage at least once a week.
There, my secret is out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
Weezer, I have been dying to ask you this. Are you and Owen, you know?
Oh, wait. I have to get a mental picture of this one.
A dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. But no, we are just friends. He would like more, and I'm dealing with that. But I'm old and set in my ways.
You are playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing beat the clock. She's just like her old dog, both having trouble with the new tricks.
I can't help it if men find me desirable.
Shelby, when are you going to bring that baby of yours by?
Oh, I brought a picture of him. Let me show you.
Has he gained any weight?
He's about 15 pounds now.
Oh, how sweet.
God, he's a tiny thing.
He only weighed 1.5 pounds when he was born.
Bless
But he'll
his heart.
catch up.
Bless his heart. Now, Shelby, we didn't know who to worry about more, you or that baby.
I certainly wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
It upsets me just thinking about it.
And let's don't. Yet, Jack Jr. is a little fighter. He's gonna wear me out. I wish I knew where he gets all that energy.
Well, you don't go and try to do it all yourself. You get that husband of yours to help out. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
He hopes, I guess. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does. When he thinks about it, which isn't often. Most of the time, he doesn't do a damn thing. And every weekend, he's off hunting.
But Jackson is a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
And he'll come around And when he does, you run tell me how you did it so I can get to work on that sofa slug I'm married to.
This one's pretty. Let's do that one.
Private passion. It's luscious without being sleazy. Oh, before I forget, next Saturday we have to make some time adjustments. I'm going to be here all by my lonesome, and Nell is taking a well-deserved vacation.
Oh, that's nice. Are you going on a trip?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No.
Please, Anel, I don't know how I'll get through the week without this information.
You'll just make fun.
No, you know how I love it, how you go on and on about your spiritual growth. I just can't get enough.
Anel is planning a very nice trip to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
I don't believe I've ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
Oh, it's a Christian camp. It's in Arkansas. It's in the middle of the mountains, and there's a lake. They've got cabins, a chapel, and a dining hall, and I'll spend the week in prayer, meditation, and Bible study. You're just in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Are there water beds?
Weezer, leave her alone.
I'm just trying to find out more about this Camp Cross-Eyed. I'm not wanting to go.
That's a laugh. You never done a religious thing in your life.
That's not true. When I was in school, me and my friends would dress up like nuns and go bar hopping.
Anyway, is your boyfriend going with you?
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt.
I'm going to check up on my granddaughter and make sure she's still going to this Episcopal church. This born-again process seems awfully tedious.
Miss Weezer, I don't mean to hurt you, but I have to say something. I worry about your faith sometimes.
Honey, my faith is fine. It's my hair that needs the most work.
Weezer, one of these days, somebody's going to cut the feet out of your stocking.
Weezer, have you no shame?
Oh, it's all right, Truby. I love Miss Weezer. I pray for her every day, sometimes twice.
Morning.
Morning, Lynn.
Shelby.
Mama, please don't say anything. I like it. It'll be so much easier to deal with.
Honey, bless your heart.
It'll dry so quick, all I have to do is run my fingers through it.
Last time you had hair this short was kindergarten.
I know. I decided today that I'm going to get my hair all cut off every 25 years.
I love it. I do.
It's not too perky, is it?
It looks great. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Oh, just fine. I brought you a goodie. Oh, fingers are wet. You can open it later.
Malin, it must be nice having your entire family home for the weekend.
Well, it's rare indeed, but it has been very nice.
Any special reason?
Just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I would have baked you something. Drum loves my nut surprise cake.
Well, you know we've never considered it a special occasion before.
Well, which one was it?
30th.
Ooh, that's a big one. What is the 30th?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, first is paper, 20th is China, 25th is silver, so the 30th must be...
Gallium.
Now, what would Drum say if he heard you talking like that?
Nothing. Drum has absolutely no idea what Valium is. That man prides himself on having no tension whatsoever, which is amazing considering the amount he's created over the years. Listen to me. I have got to stop taking pot shots at Drum all the time. Drum's a good man. He is crazy, but he's a good man. He has been behaving himself lately. He was most civil at the Piggly Wiggly yesterday. I was so caught off guard, I smiled at him before I could help myself. You know, the most bizarre thing has happened. Drum and I seem to be rediscovering those things that had brought us together in the first place. I don't know if we had buried them or just been blind to them.
Used to be the thought of our parents being romantic made me and my brother sick to our stomachs. But it's actually very sweet. It's been a lovely week.
Every now and then we seem to be finding these moments of magic.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have or lucky to know what I have.
Well, that's too deep for me. I have to go get my tires rotated.
Miss Weezer?
You know what you need to do, Melinda? You need to write a romance novel based on your recent experiences. I could help you with all the dirty parts.
Who would ever believe it? Shelby, you're looking a little pale, honey.
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Oh, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop by the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. The radio station's sponsoring a summer fiesta with lots of prizes and a live band. They're called Single Bullet Theory.
Shelby, what have you done to yourself?
It doesn't hurt.
Malin, have you seen this?
I have, yes.
The doctor's just been trying to strengthen my veins. They're in terrible shape.
Oh, well, it looks like you've been driving nails into your arms. What's going on here?
Shall we tell the Mama?
Well, I think so. You know, there's really no need to keep it a secret any longer. Shelby has been driving nails into her
Oh,
arms.
Melinda's so funny.
It's my dialysis.
Your what?
Dialysis, it's when they...
We know what it is.
Are you going to tell us what is going on here?
It's not any big thing. No big thing. Don't look at me like that.
How long have you been doing this dialysis?
A couple of months.
Mary Lynn Eaton. I am without words. Why haven't I been told?
There was no point. Sometimes you don't want to talk about things.
What would have been the point? There's nothing you could do.
We could have done something.
This is selfish. This is so selfish of you. I can't believe you didn't say anything.
Hold it. You're all talking like this is something.
Oh, and this isn't something.
Having Jack Jr. put too much strain on my kidneys and now they're kaput. That's all. The doctor said this will probably happen.
That's all she says. That's all.
I'm responding beautifully to dialysis. Do I look bad?
Well, of course, you look beautiful as you've always looked, but what is going on
Well,
here?
maybe you'll just let us in on what's going to happen.
Do you do this dialysis forever?
I could, I suppose. That's not real convenient when you're trying to chase around a 15-month-old ball of fire. So, I'll just have a kidney transplant and I'll be fine.
Is it that easy?
Yeah, sure, they do them all the time in Shreveport, 3 or 4 a week.
They do. Our Sunday school class was just praying for one just the other day.
But the hard part is finding a kidney, isn't it?
You know, I heard something about it on the news the other night. It's so dramatic. These medical teams fly all over the place, taking hearts and kidneys and who knows what else. And you know the thing that impressed me the most? They carry those organs in beer coolers.
Oh,
What?
stop.
I would not lie in a moment as serious as this. Those doctors take out the six-packs, throw in some dry ice and a heart, and get on the plane.
She's right.
Well, you never know when one will come up, though, do you?
No, I'm registered on the nationwide transplant computer.
Well, how long do you have to wait?
There are people at dialysis that have been waiting for years.
That must be agony.
I suppose. But I don't have to wait any longer. Mama's gonna give me one of her kidneys.
Malin!
When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
You are giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow and you haven't even mentioned it?
Trudy, you know, why don't you fix my hair now? I am in a bit of a rush.
I never thought there'd be a time that words failed me, but this is it.
Why haven't you told us?
We just did tell you. We've not known that long ourselves. We were all just tested last week, and I was the closest.
Well, what do you mean you're the closest?
Well, there are 4 categories of an organ match, and I matched the best.
Categories?
A swimsuit, evening gown, talent, and personality interviews.
I am gonna yank you bald-headed this morning.
We are very upset here.
Oh, I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry. That's Tommy's joke. I think it's very funny.
No wonder the whole family's in town.
Well, I'm just so relieved it's me. I wouldn't want the boys to go through this. They're so young, and who would want one of Drum's mean old kidneys? But I'll tell you, the best part about all of this, with all the testing and stuff, I found out I have the constitution of a woman than 10 years younger. Now, how about that?
Well, it must be so painful. Not really for me. My operation's simple. Mama's is awful. They basically have to saw her in half to get to her kidney.
They have to saw you in half?
Oh, they do it on the surface of the stars all the time.
This is no laughing matter.
Trust me, Miss Clarice, there have been more than enough tears.
Oh, and my waist, it's going to get smaller. They've got to take out my bottom ribs to get the kidney out.
You know, Cher had her ribs taken out to make her waist smaller.
Please, that woman's out of her mind.
She is. Look, Shelby, this morning when I said I couldn't wait for this old body to wear out, you know I didn't mean that. You know better listen to anything I have to say. Miss Weezer, forget it. I'm just terrible, just terrible.
No, you're not, Weezer. You'd give your dog a kidney if you needed one.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Calm and collected.
Oh, I'm happy. Look at the opportunity I have. Most mothers only get the chance to give their child life once. I get to do it twice. I think it's neat. And Shelby needs her help to chase after that rambunctious boy of hers. I've got 2 kidneys, and I only need one. I'm just so glad we're going to get this over with before it gets too hot.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, I'm going to postpone my vacation today so I can sit with your husband. I can run go get Coca-Colas and things.
That's sweet of you, but don't change your plans, Mel.
And Clary, we're going to make sure Drum has enough food.
Yes, keep your house out of your mind. We'll take care of everything.
Oh, I appreciate that, and I know Drum does too.
Malin, you are brave. You are brave.
You know, Shelby, if I didn't know any better, I'd have never guessed you'd been sick a day in your life.
That is the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid me.
Poor Shelby.
Well, don't say that. I have my baby. I'm very happy. If this is part of the price I have to pay, then I have to pay it. I can deal with that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, someone has a present to open.
Ooh, is it for me?
Well, if you can wear a size 4.
I can take it in.
This is something I got on sale.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Ladies, do I look fabulous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
Shelby, you're going to be the sassiest girl in that hospital.
Well, how about me?
There's no hope for you.
You ladies better come visit us.
Oh, I'll be right by your side when you wake up. Yours too, Malin. I'll manage it somehow.
And I'll keep Drum calm during the operation. You're in such good hands. Mama, you're going to be a while, so I'm going to go back to the house and spend some time with Daddy.
Oh, good. Drum's been so upset over all of this, and he's getting so upset over the least little thing.
Truby, this might gross you out. Could I have my hair? Is that too repulsive?
No, people do it all the time.
I've just had it for so long. I guess it represents an era or something.
But wait, your nails are wet. I'll put it in a box and give it to your mama.
I love you all. Oh, Miss Clarice, would you do something for me?
Of course.
Next time you see Drew and Belle, I know they're upset about Marshall and all, but tell them I said that if that's the most disturbing thing that's ever happened to them, they should just get over it.
I will tell them today.
Truby, why isn't my radio playing?
Proud of our Devils on their 14th straight victory. And if they keep playing like this, the Devils might just have another state championship to call their own. And final playoff score again, 27-6. There is no new word on the lawsuit brought by the Reverend Q.T. Bennett against the Chinkapin Parish Board of Education. The Reverend, who's the pastor of the Riverview Baptist Church, has filed suit charging that the use of the devil as a mascot for our high school team encourages satanic behavior in the youth of our community. When reached for comment about the Reverend's lawsuit, the Devils head coach Waddy Thibodeau said, and I quote, "Tell him to go to hell." My personal congratulations to Wynetta Bench of 134 Debbie Jean Drive. She's the winner of the Halloween sweepstakes, sponsored in part by KPPD and the Marmillion Mill. Mrs. Bench wins an all-expense-paid trip to Baton Rouge and a year's supply of plywood from Marmillion Mills, the finest plywood money can buy. If you're going out today, bundle up. It will be doing good to get 39 degrees.
39, you're right, Trudy.
It's too cold for this time of year. I'm gonna write a letter.
I don't like it one bit. I turn blue when it's cold, and blue is not in my color palette.
Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who's Anne Boleyn?
Anne Boleyn. She was one of the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
I don't watch public television.
She had 6 fingers.
Well, what happened to the other 4?
She had 11 total.
Are you trying to confuse me? What are you talking about?
Well, this article says that Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers on one hand, so she had all the dresses made to hang down below her fingertips so she wouldn't look weird.
Reader's Digest is a font of useful information.
Clary, I just love my new scarf. It really jazzes up this outfit.
The only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
And I love my French perfume. I love the way it smells. I just want to fill the air with.
Well, don't waste it, honey. That stuff isn't cheap.
Save it. We're going to have to burn our clothes as it is.
It was just so thoughtful of you to remember us all.
Oh, I had a ball shopping. And I don't care what anybody says, the French people are very friendly. Why, they even have the courtesy to speak English.
And I love Weezers. I may want to borrow that sometime.
Well, you're welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
It's perfect for me. A print this busy and never show dog hair.
My feet are like 2 blocks of ice.
Oh God, this tastes like it was made in a rubber tire or something.
And now remember to get the thing for the Mr. Coffee.
Has anybody seen her today?
I haven't. I stopped by the house when I got in, only the boys were there.
Do you think she'll come by?
I doubt it. I'm sure her hair is the last thing on her mind today.
Who knows what's on her mind? But I just wanted to be here in case you needed something.
I'm glad you decided to stay open today, Trudy.
Well, how are the boys?
Well, it's as well as can be expected.
Oh, my husband and I are going to take some barbecue over there later.
I have never seen so much food.
You can't have too much food at a time like this. My husband's back in the apartment cooking up a storm. He swears his red beans or rice will cure anything.
Maybe he's right. That's why they call it soul food. I'm going to have to get his recipe.
Oh, you'll have to ask Sammy. He runs me out of the kitchen whenever he starts cooking. That place is so small, he's afraid he's going to hit me in the stomach with a spatula.
Well, when are you moving in now?
Next month.
Oh, you had to go bring it up. I can't bear it that she's moving now that I'm about to become a semi-grandma.
True, V. It's just down the street, a hop, skip, and a jump. That little apartment's so squashed, Sammy and I have to step outside to change our minds. You're just kidding with me, aren't you?
A little bit, not a lot. Guess it's just going to be me and the old man.
Be thankful, Trudy, you'd miss him if he were gone.
Well, you know, actually last night he jumped up off the couch and said, "Let's go out to dinner." Well, after I came to, I asked him what was the matter. I mean, I thought Deputy Dog had been preempted or something. Then he told me he's got a good shot at the new college electrical work. Of course, I'm not supposed to say anything most of the work. But that means I can fix this place up a little nicer and so I'm excited. Hey, sweetie. Ladies.
Welcome home, Clary. How was Paris?
Oh, it was beautiful. I ate too much food, but I brought you something pretty.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, don't turn off the radio, Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
Well, I had special programming today. Had Jonathan go down to the radio station and play songs that Shelby would have liked. They're going to play it till noon.
He told me. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the stuff you hear.
That's okay. It's for Shelby.
Malin, is there anything we can do? Just tell us.
Thank you. Trudy, do you think you could work a little of your magic? I know I look like 10 miles of dirt road.
Well, let me get my fairy dust and magic wand and see what I can do. Come sit down. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm a little worried about Drum. Boys got in just last night. I don't even know how they're doing. Jackson. I'll tell you, he does have his hands full with Jack Jr. It is hard to be somber with a baby running around.
Malin, I am beside myself. Wasn't Shelby okay when I left? Can you talk about it?
Oh, sure. Basically, after the transplant failed and she went back on dialysis, you knew that. She'd been doing fine for the last few months, and then last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. The doctors thought they could fix it with a little surgery. And as they wheeled her down, Shelby said, "Mom, I'm going to feel so good when this is all over." And then they gave her the anesthetic.
In a way, she was right. Well, maybe Shelby knew she was going to be with her king.
Well, yes, Annelle, maybe so.
We should all be rejoicing.
You go ahead. I wish I could feel that way, Annelle. Maybe I'm just a little selfish, but I'd rather have her here with me.
I didn't mean to hurt you by saying that, Miss Malin. Well, it's just that when something like this happens, I pray real hard to make heads or tails of it. And I think in Shelby's case, she just wanted to take care of that baby. Of you. Of everybody she knew. Her poor little body couldn't take it. So she went on to a place that she could be a guardian angel. She'll always be young. She will always be beautiful. Now I know I feel much safer knowing she's up there on my side. I realize that might sound real simple and stupid, and maybe I am. But that's how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Annelle. I appreciate that. And that's a very good idea. Shelby, as you know, would not want us to get all mired down and wallow in this. She would look on this as just one of life's occurrences, that we should deal with this the best way we know how, and then just get on with things. That's what my mind says. I just wish somebody could explain that to my heart.
Tommy says you never left your side.
Well, I wasn't in the mood to play bridge. No, I couldn't leave my Shelby. It's interesting. The boys were difficult births. I almost died when Jonathan was born. Very difficult births. I was thinking about that as I was sitting in the hospital while she was in the coma. I would work her arms and legs back and forth to keep the circulation going. Told the ICU nurse we were doing our Jane Fonda. I stayed there, and I kept on pushing like I've always pushed where Shelby was concerned. But finally, we all realized that there was no hope. And at that point, I panicked. I didn't know if I could survive the next few minutes while they turned off the machines. Drum couldn't take it and left. Jackson couldn't take it, and he left. It struck me as amusing. Men are supposed to be made of steel or something. But I couldn't leave. I stayed there, holding Shelby's hand, while the noises got softer and the beats got farther and farther apart, until finally there was nothing but quiet. There was no noise, realize at that moment how lucky I am as a woman. I was there when this wonderful person drifted into my life. And I was there when she drifted out. It was the most precious moment of my life thus far.
Well, I don't know how your insides are doing, but your hair is holding up just great. Did you have it done in Shreveport?
No, I did it myself.
Well, you did a great job. All I had to do was smooth it out a little bit.
So strange, I had no idea about the backs.
You did a great job. In fact, when Annelle leaves to go on maternity leave, I'm going to be looking for some help. Are you interested?
It is funny. I didn't know if I would have the time, if I would feel like coming down here today. But this morning, I wanted to be here more than anything. Isn't that silly?
No.
Last night I went into Shelby's closet for something. And guess what I found there? All of our Christmas presents stacked up, wrapped with her own 2 hands. I better go.
Wait. Here, check the back.
Perfect as always. You know, I think Shelby was right. My hair does kind of look like a brown football helmet.
Oh, honey, sit back down. Sit down. Honey, are you okay? Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. I'm great. I could jog to Texas and back, but my daughter can't, and she never could. I am so mad I can't stand it. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. How is that baby ever going to understand how wonderful his mother was? Is he ever going to know all that she went through for him? I know I don't understand. Lord, I wish I could. It's not supposed to happen like this. I was supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I just can't stand this. I just want to hit somebody until they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit someone, hit anything, and hit it hard. Here, hit this. Are you crazy? Here, are you high? You really lost your mind?
We can sell t-shirts saying, I slept please if we drove.
Here, call 911, Troy. Call 911.
This is your chance to help your fellow man. Knock the lights out,
Claire, you're going to piss God off if you're not careful.
Let me go.
Lynn, you just missed a chance of a lifetime. Half the Chinkapin Parish give the IT to take a whack at Weasel.
You are a pig from hell.
Hit me, I deserve it.
Whatever would we do without Clary's own special brand of humor?
Clary, you are evil and should be destroyed.
Darling, Mother Nature's taking care of that faster than you could. Things were getting entirely too serious there for a moment. I'm sorry, Malin. Well, we're all entitled to our sorrow.
You were very funny, Clary. I must admit I did laugh, although that was not a very Christian thing to do, Miss Clary.
And now, honey, you're going to have to lighten up.
My husband says the same thing.
You know, I bet Lloyd got a kick out of that one.
Lloyd always did a lot of humor at my expense when he was alive.
Malin, you know how much Lloyd adored Shelby. I know he's up there now, showing her around, fixing her speeding tickets.
Shelby was crazy about Lloyd.
Why, she worshipped the quicksand he walked on. And I bet when Shelby got up there, he was very happy to see a familiar face. Why, he was a Louisiana politician. We don't know too many people that went to heaven.
Clary,
Oh, Weezer, you know I love you more than my luggage.
you're too twisted for color television.
Well, now that you two have made up, we've got to let this woman go. She cannot be a pillar of strength with eye makeup running down her neck.
You go on out there, Miss Malin. We'll be just fine.
I'm sorry I went on like I did. I made everybody cry.
You know what? Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion.
Malin, tell your family, especially Drum, that they are in my prayers. Yes, Adele, I pray. There, I said it. Are you satisfied? I have suspected it all along. But don't you think I'm going to your church to one of them tent revivals with them Bible readers doing God knows what? They'll probably make me eat a live chicken or something. Not on your first visit.
Very good, Annelle. Spoken like a true smart ass.
Malin, Owen sends his thoughts also.
Oh, I didn't know you and Owen were still.
Yes, he's coming in Monday to take me to Shelby's service. That girl will do anything to get us together.
I'd better go, but I shouldn't have had an emotional outburst like that, but maybe it was time I did. Maybe I'll start having them at home more often. Won't Drum be pleased? I'm so glad I came by here today. Shelby would have had a good time here.
I'm sure she did. And listen, you call me if you need anything.
And if her line's busy, you call me.
Call me. I've got call waiting.
Thank you, I will.
Miss Malin, I don't know if this is the right time, but, well, Sammy and I have been talking, and we've decided that if this is a girl, we'd like to name her Shelby, if you don't mind.
Oh, Shelby would be so pleased. And I'm tickled pink.
Pink. What will you name it if it's a boy?
Shelby, I guess.
Oh, that's the way it should be. Life goes on.
Listen, I know it's tough, but it's going to get better. And if you feel like taking a whack at somebody, come hit me. I will break.
Oh,